So what is this beauty? Well, it's my first go-round with a home shopping network guitar. Can anything good musically come from HSN? Well, this is the first chance I've had to look at this Keith Urban guitar, and I believe this is the limited edition version. It's got the Urban headstock logo with his patented phoenix, and it's repeated on the 12th fret there, as you can see. At first glance, it's a reasonable guitar. It seems to have book-matched maple cap or veneer on the top. I don't know if that's, yeah, it looks like a veneer. X bracing, nice abalone inlay, their own preamp, which has volume and 3 EQ, onboard tuner. This sort of split wood design in the back looks like a piece of mahogany. It may just be painted that way, although there is binding by the strip. There is abalone style binding. The keys, the tuning keys are fairly decent. They tend to be ones that I see a lot with the white stickers on the back. I don't think they're anything special, but they're not bad. At first I thought this was a graphite nut and saddle, but I had to take the saddle down a bit and it really seemed plasticky to me. I don't think it is graphite, I think it's just black plastic. And it's, you know, white binding throughout. So it's a pretty guitar, it's a good looking guitar, and I know that these originally sold around 300 in a beginner pack with lots and lots of pieces. I think he puts out a set of teaching CDs along with the usual guitar pack stuff like a case, picks, strap. But I bought this used and it needed quite a bit of work. And it just came with a strap and the guitar, so I can't speak to the rest of the pack that normally comes with these things. I'm just now starting to see these crop up, along with the Randy Jackson signature guitars, also from Home Shopping Network. I'm just starting to see these crop up used, and I've been curious about them. I'm always a bit cynical of guitars sold on forums like the Home Shopping Network. Guitars from Walmart, even guitars from Costco, or ukuleles from Costco. Always a little bit cynical of anything mass-produced coming through those types of places, because they always seem to be rather compromised in quality. And at first look, this thing is really not bad. It's got an interesting bridge, by the way. I haven't seen anything quite like that. I suppose it's supposed to be the shape of a phoenix. It's quite nice. It's a solid piece of mahogany. So yeah, I think it's a decent guitar. Is it worth 300 with all the accessories, or 350 or 400, whatever it was? I can't remember what the list price on this was. I don't think so. I think that's probably a bit of a stretch, unless the accessories you get with the guitar are excellent, you know, of 100, 200 value. If you can pick up one of these, I see them going, I don't know, 150 to 200. If you can pick one up and you know a bit of setup, I think that is probably a reasonable deal. It sits right in that price range with things like lower-end Alvarez, Ibanez, maybe some of the lower-end Artwood guitars. It certainly looks Artwood-like with its flame top, fake tortoiseshell pickguard. I don't particularly like the logo in the back. He has again the repetition of the Phoenix and his name. I don't really like people putting their names on guitars. It's just my thing. I don't wear t-shirts with Nike on it either. I think it's enough to have the brand on the headstock and really not have it everywhere else. I really don't know much about Keith Urban. I don't listen to his music. What I've heard doesn't appeal to me. You know, it's sort of a run-of-the-mill, cliche, generic kind of pop country star. You know, I don't really listen to that kind of music. It doesn't challenge me as a listener. So I can't really speak to him personally. The fact that he's put a range of guitars out is interesting, and you know, I think this is a trend that he's starting to see. You know, famous players putting their name on a run of guitars, because that's what this is. This is a limited edition run. And you know, he didn't build them. He might have had some say in the design, and might have been involved in some of the decisions as far as you know, the specs on the guitar. But basically, these are made and endorsed by somebody with a name. The name Urban on the headstock isn't too bad. They've sort of cut the headstock like a Dean a little bit with the wings and the center groove there. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not my favorite word. It doesn't scream, you know, I really want this guitar. It's an Urban, which of course makes it sound like it's for people playing in cities. But it's better than, I think it's better than having Keith Urban on there. I prefer it with just the Urban and the Phoenix on there. What did I do to this? Well, the action was fairly bad. The nuts slots were cut too shallow. I restrung it with some John Pierce strings that I'm trying out. I did have to do some straightening of the truss rod. It's got a little bit of a hump at the 12th fret and some fall away, which is common with cheaper guitars, so that's not a good endorsement for this particular guitar. But I managed to straighten it out and get the action down to where it plays very well up and down the neck. So all in all, I think it's decent if you can get one, you know, for anywhere between $150 $200. I think it's a reasonable bargain. I think it competes with stuff in that price range. It's a lot better than I thought it would be. The pickup is actually really nice. It sounds really good through my Fishman amp. I don't particularly like the black painted back with the wood split. I prefer how Takamine did this particular feature on their GD93 guitars with the split level wood. Black with wood looks okay. You know, I just prefer wood tones rather than painted and lacquered guitars. But yeah, it's fairly decent. You know, I can't really knock it too much. I think for the price I paid, I think it's as good as most things out there. Most of the things on my rack that are in that price range, I think it competes fairly well with. It's bound throughout. It's got reasonably good craftsmanship. I did have to glue back in the top brace over the truss rod hole that was hanging off when the guitar got to me. The person I bought it from had not really taken care of it. The fretboard was really dried out, really super dried out. So I had to glue back in the brace and then re-oil. I also did a fret leveling on the frets because there were one or two high frets. So it did need, you know, a bit of attention, but now it's playing really nicely and I think it's a good guitar. So yes, I suppose that, you know, home shopping center guitars can be as good as anything in the mid-price range. Of course, they're just licensed for sale through HSN, so it's not like they're builders or anything like that. So they probably have them built in some of the same factories that you're seeing, you know, Ibanez, Alvarez, Court, things like that coming through. I haven't done a lot of research on where these are made and where they come from. I was just relying on my eye and actually working on it. So yeah, not too bad. I probably will be working on a Randy Jackson model in the near future, so I'll be sure to share that with you as well. So yeah, the Keith Urban guitar. This one's alright. Nothing special, but also you could do a lot worse. It's a pretty decent guitar for the price range I talked about. I don't think it's a $300-400 guitar, but there you go. See you next time.